step in as the best scorer on this Rockets team and gives Houston a chance to potentially upgrade itself in its chase to try to catch up to the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves and the other teams atop the Western Conference standings. Now, on the other side of this trade for the Phoenix Suns, this is the first step in what they hope is going to be a multi-step retooling of the roster this offseason. Clearly, the Suns did not get where they hoped to go over the past couple of years after trading all of their draft picks and Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson to the Brooklyn Nets for Durant in February of 2023. This team did not even make the play-in tournament this year with Durant. They decided they needed to go in another direction to try to refresh the roster around Devin Booker. Now with Jalen Green, with Dillon Brooks, with this first-round pick in this year's draft, a lottery pick in what is a deeper draft this year, the Suns are going to be very active this week, trying to improve the roster, trying to give themselves a chance to get back in the playoff mix. But obviously the headline here is Kevin Durant, after weeks of speculation, finding a new home with the Houston Rockets.
Happy Sunday. Hello, world. NBA Finals is me, yours truly, Big Perk. And look, Sunday special for road tripping. Every Sunday, damn it, it's just going to be me. I know Richard, he's getting ready for the NBA Finals. He's on this Hollywood shit right now. Allie, she's probably working her many jobs, doing her Dodgers thing right now. Shannon, he probably in Portland drinking wine and doing whatever he's doing right now. But damn it, you got me. You got me for a half hour to 45 minutes, and we got a lot to talk about. But before we get into all that, hit that like button, okay? Give you a minute to hit that like button. Now, tell a friend to come and subscribe to Road Tripping. You know we trying to get to 100K, right, with 700 from that by the NBA Finals, the end of the NBA Finals. Well, damn it, it's Game 7 today, so there's no NBA Finals after tonight. So we gotta hit our mark. Tell a friend to tell a friend. So here we are. We got the NBA Finals. Kevin Durant just went to the Houston Rockets. We got all this twirling around the NBA media and NBA news, former players talking about the ring culture. I need to address all of it like the numbers on the house. Let's get started with the Houston Rockets because that's the biggest news. Well, the Game 7 is the biggest news. The most recent news is the Houston Rockets just got Kevin Durant. You know his name, Kevin Durant. The greatest scorer in my eyes to ever touch the damn basketball. Ever, yeah. Overall, whoever you want to talk about, Braun, Kareem, he's the greatest scorer to ever touch the damn basketball. And the Rockets just got him. Bun B, get the Trill Burgers ready. Lil Kiki, pull out the swingers with the slabs. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all welcome KD how H-Town's supposed to welcome KD. Damn it, he coming to the crib. This is why I'm excited. First of all, I think both teams won, okay? Both teams won. The Suns, I felt like they could have got a little bit more. They got Jalen Green, they got Dillon Brooks, 5 second-round picks. This year's first-round pick, the 10th pick. That was cool. I thought it could have maybe slid in a Jabari Smith, but that's neither here nor there. The Rockets are going for it all. The Rockets have just become legit title contenders. Yeah, I said it. They just became legit title contenders. Yes, they have. When you think about what they kept, they just re-signed Big Steven Adams. Fred VanVleet, they're going to figure out their situation and get him back. They just gave Ime Udoka, who's one of the best coaches in the game, an extension. He's not going anywhere. He's one of the best coaches in the game, culture based. They got that dog who I believe that might be the best two-way player in the next 2 to 3 years in Amen Thompson. And then you got baby Jokic still, Shangoon, down there giving you 21 and 10 a night, which that's going to go up, right? A straight dog. And then you keep Jabari Smith, right? Who they got in the lottery a few years ago, a guy that could space the floor, 6'9", go at multiple positions, and you kept Tari Eason, right? So you look at what Amen Thompson and Tari Eason bring to the table alone. Defensive stoppers. The most important position in the league is having 3-and-D guys. Now, they still got to work on their three-point shot, but what they bring defensively, they're two of the best in the league. Now, you do lose Dillon Brooks, who, poured his heart and soul into this organization, and he's a dog, by the way. So the Suns did get one in him. Interested to see what happened with Jalen Green, but you add Kevin Durant to the mix, with them already finishing last year second in the Western Conference, pushing Golden State to a 7-game series in the first round, getting knocked out because of what? Experience. Not having a closer. Well, they got one now. They got one now in Kevin Durant. And then KD fills that void of where Houston struggled last season. They was one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the NBA. I believe they ranked 27th. KD fills that void. KD is going to be the best version of KD. KD respects Ime Udoka. Fred VanVleet is a champion. He got Big Steven Adams, who they reunited, and it feels so good. They played in OKC together, damn it. Power move by the Houston Rockets. Y'all can say what y'all want about KD, 37 years old, banged up, whatever. He's still giving you 27 points a night. And he's going to be the best version of himself in Houston. Bun B, get the Trill Burgers ready for him. Again, Kiki, get the slab with the super pokers, poking out the rims. You know what I'm talking about, H-Town. Y'all welcome this man, because it's going to be an exciting season if you're a Rockets fan. I'm telling y'all right now, the Rockets are legit title contenders. Now, speaking of contenders, speaking of championships, speaking of rings, it's been twirling because Braun brought up the conversation, and anytime Braun bring up the conversation about rings and ring culture and stuff like that, everybody's going to have their opinion. So, I'm going to drop mine. I haven't had a chance to address it. I hadn't had the chance to address the whole ring culture, okay? Let me say this. Let me start out by saying this. First thing first, the number one goal is to get to the bag. Is to get to the bag to change your lives and your family lives. I think people always, forget about the big picture. This is a job first. Right? NBA dream, you love the game of basketball, you get there, you establish yourself as a player, as an NBA player, because it's hard to get to the league. It's even harder to stay in the league. So once you establish yourself, then you get your contract, right? Secure your second contract, get to the bag, secure your future, then you worry about everything else. Here comes the championships. When you think about championships, should it take away from your greatness, right? If you're all-time great, no. But it definitely enhances your greatness, okay? It definitely enhances your greatness. Because listen to this. No one remembers all-stars, okay? No one remembers all NBAs.